Today, we're going to make our own story of the mitten. We read Jan Brett's book, The Mitten, and we read about how all those animals went inside the mitten to keep warm on a snowy day. And we're going to make our own animal characters that weren't in the book that can go inside of our mittens for this project. For this project, I'm going to use a black Flair pen and some crayons. I'm also going to use a cotton ball. If you want to use different supplies for this project, you can. But here's how we're going to get started. I have the inside of my mitten and it has words on here. It says, in went the, and here's where I get to write the animal that I'm going to put inside my mitten. I also have an outside of my mitten, and I chose to do it in red today. So I'll cut this out to go on the background for my mitten. But I'm going to start with the inside first. And I'm going to cut right on this outline here so it will look like a mitten. Okay, now I'm ready. I'm going to think of an animal that could go inside of my mitten. I'm going to write about a hippo. So I already have these heart words here. In, went, the, hippo is what I want to say. So I don't know how to spell that word, so I need to do some sound spelling. What sounds do I hear? I, p, o. Hippo. There. Now my sentence says, in went the hippo. So inside my mitten, I need to draw a hippo. So I'm going to start with his face, and he's going to have big nostrils right here. And they have really big rectangle teeth. And then I'm going to put his head up here with 2 polka dots for eyes. Give some little ears. Then he's got a big body and a little tail with some little hairs on the end. Then he has 4 legs. I'm going to put little M's on the front for his toenails. I'm not going to draw any details because he's inside a white mitten just like in Jan Brett's story. But I am going to color him in, so I'm going to use maybe this bluish color to color him in. There, I'm all done. Now I'm ready to get the background for my mitten. I've chose red today, and I'm going to cut it out on this outline right here. And I'm going to cut just inside the line so that when it's all done being cut out, you won't be able to see this gray line, and you'll just be able to see the mitten shape. There, now I'm ready to glue on my inside. Make sure that the thumbs match up so that it can fit on your paper. I'm going to get a glue stick, and then I'm going to put my glue on the smaller piece of paper. In this case, my white paper is smaller than the red paper, so that's the one I'm going to put my glue on. I'm going to put the glue right on the shape of my mitten, so I'm going to kind of trace the outside of my mitten like this. And then I might put a little X in the middle. Then I'm going to rub-a-dub-dub so it'll stick really nice. Some mittens have a little bit of wool or fuzz on the side so that when it's rubbing on your wrist, it'll be really warm. So I have a cotton ball here, and it won't fit on the edge just like that. So I'm going to kind of stretch it and softly pull it until it can be as long as the edge of my mitten is here. Try not to pull it apart, but if you do, that's okay. You can always just glue it in a line when you're all done. But I like to keep it in a line so it's easier when I'm ready to glue it. So I'm going to pull it, and I think that looks pretty good. Now, I always say to put the glue on the smallest thing, but in this case, you don't want to do that. If you touch this cotton ball to your glue stick, it's just going to make your glue stick fuzzy and messy. So for this time, you're going to put the glue on the bigger piece of paper and just make a line of glue where you want your cotton ball to go. So right here on the edge, that's where I'm going to make my glue line. And then I can stick my cotton ball there, and I can rub, 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 and push it down. And that way, my mitten will have a nice cozy wrist, or a nice cozy place for my wrist to fit inside. I want to make sure I don't glue it on my words though, because that's part of my sentence. There we go. Now We can hang these up and we can see all the other characters that our friends thought of to go inside of a mitten. I hope you had fun creating with me today. Thanks for watching.